Hello Chrome users, my name is Dr. Christian Yates, and today I want to go over with you a few things that you need to be prepared for before your first case. Actually, before any case. Before you get started, there's a few things you need to know. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the kit that's going to come from the laboratory and a few other things, and hopefully that will prepare you better to be ready to have a successful Chrome Guided Smile surgery. So we're going to get started here. I've got some things laid out that I want to show you. The first thing is basically the kit that comes from my laboratory. And this is going to change. Right now it's kind of a fancy fishing kit, but as you can see on the inside there's all these compartments, and I have actually pulled out the different things in the compartments so that we can go over them. So come on in a little closer and let's have a look. The first thing is a pin guide. So we have the model of the patient's maxillary teeth, and then we also have the fixation base that's going to go on this pin guide. The important part here is to make sure that these two pieces fit well together. And so I'm going to go ahead and snap them in. Maybe. There we go. And then we're going to take these little Swiss lock pins and we're going to make sure that they go in all the way. And as you can see, that fits nice and snug. It's perfect. Now, you got to make sure it fits on the model. And it needs to be passive. So we need to have this passive fit on the model. And it's that it's seated completely, which it is. So Drake did a great job on this for me. The other thing I'm looking at here is the pins that will go in here. I want to make sure that that's a passive fit too. So I am going to try to find some pins. It should be out. See, this is why we do this, so that we make sure that we're prepared for the surgery. Where did the girls put my pins? All right, gonna have to find my pins. Oh, here's a pin. All right, so I'm just going to use this one pin as an example. As you can see, I'm going to place this into these little holes here in the fixation base, and voila, fits great. So it goes into the model as well. That fits really well, passive, but tight. That one's really tight. There we go. That's good. Again, really nice and smooth. And the final one. This also allows you to see where that guide is going to fit on the model itself, and get a better idea once you have in the patient's mouth exactly how that's supposed to look. Because it should look the same either way. Boy, that one is tight. So we're going to maybe get a little, oh, there we go. Okay. All right, so that's done. The next thing is to check the osteotomy guide. So we'll take the Swiss locks, take that out, set that back on the model. And we're going to get the osteotomy guide, and we're going to try that on. Again, we're looking for a nice, tight interface between the osteotomy guide and the fixation base. Swiss locks, all of them going great. Nice and tight. Everything looks great. So take that apart. And the last thing to check with these Swiss locks is the carrier guide. So we're going to set that on here. Again, we're checking to make sure there's a tight interface. Looks beautiful. All the Swiss locks work. And we're going to take our appliance, our interim appliance, and we're actually going to put that on here as well. Look at that. Perfect fit. No play at all in that. All our holes line up. Wonderful. Okay, so right now I feel really good about this setup. We'll remove that, set that back down. The lab also gives us a reduction, kind of a model here, so we can see how much bone we're going to be reducing in this case. And again, this should mimic in the mouth what you're seeing here on the model. So this gives you a really good idea where those implant osteotomies are going to be and all that good stuff. All right, so I feel really good about that. The other things we have in the kit are some blockout gaskets. These are going to go over these chimneys. The chimneys, they've all been sandblasted. My team does a great job of sandblasting these, which is a really important part because it's going to give you more stability. And then you can also see that we have our implants laid out here. So I'm using the Keystone Prima Plus for the maxilla, and we're going to use the Prima Connects in the mandible. Let's see. Okay, we have a spare denture. I don't probably need this, but I wanted it as an example to show you what was in the kits. Sometimes you're going to need to order these because you just don't know if you're going to be able to get torque throughout the arch. My multi-units are in here. These did not come from the lab. This is my team has put this together for me, but everything that's included in the kit, this is on this picture. This is a product that you need to have. It may or may not be in your kit. It'd be nice if they were in the kit because this material, the Stellar, is a dual cure acrylic resin. There's nothing else on the market like this. It's incredibly strong, but it also will allow you to pick up the chimneys in the appliance, and you can do you can tack cure it. You make sure that it really helps you with, especially if there's a lot of blood or anything like that. So if you don't have this in your kit, you need to order some of this. You can get this from Taub Products. It's a small company. I won't throw Jordan Taub's cell phone number out there, but they are super good at getting you product, and they stand behind their stuff, and it's just amazing stuff. So you need to get some of that too. So I have checked everything. I am ready to go here. Now what I want to do is I'm going to run through the surgical report that comes there, and there's two parts to this that come with my kit. So Drake has sent me let's get a close-up on this. The drill protocol with the parts for the maxilla and the mandible. We've got the fixation pins and drills. We know if we're using long or short. We know the implant site numbers, what the implant is, the multi-units, and then the temp cylinders too. So everything, all the information is here for you, so your team or you can lay everything out ahead of time. This is just to show where the pins are going to go in the fixation base. Same thing here. Maxilla and mandible. You've got the osteotomy guides, how that's going to sit together. We've got this is very helpful. This shows where the multi-unit abutments are, and it also shows the directions. So you're going to see where your screw holes is in yellow. And for instance, these are straights. These are 17s probably, and that's a 30-degree abutment. And so you know exactly where you're kind of going to be angled. The other thing that's nice is in this carrier guide, you also get the notching that shows you where that's going to be. So here's some notching, there's a notching. I will generally take a marker and just mark on it so that I can see it a little bit better when I get it in the mouth. So we'll just do something like this. And that, again, is just another thing that helps us to know the direction of our driver. All right, there's the bottom. All right, the second part that you're going to get is the Blue Sky Bio report, and this is going to have pictures of where your implants are within the CT. You're also going to get the implants, the part numbers. This is just, again, for you to verify everything. Some nice pictures of where those are at. I also get the digital Blue Sky Bio report, so I can go through it in 3D, and you can put that on your computer. Blue Sky provides the software for free, and your laboratory can upload that through, they can either get it to you on a disk or a thumb drive, or even, Dropbox it or whatever to you. And then we've got the mandible. So we've got both maxilla and mandible. We'll set these up in our surgical suite and kind of tape them up on the walls if we need to. The other thing we have is, we've got 2 monitors here so we can look at different things. And then we also put all the implants here on our board, and then torque levels are up there as well. One more thing I want to show you, super important that you have this. It's probably one of the most important parts of our arsenal, and that's having extra implants. So I want you to walk over here with me. We have drawers full of implants. So mine are all in these drawers. My partners are all in these drawers. He's using Neodent right now. I use the Keystone, the Prima, Genesis, Prima Plus, and even use the Tylo Max sometimes in these cases. They all have the exact same interface, and so it's really easy for me to change around. But the most helpful thing is if you don't have extra implants, if you only have this and you need to do a rescue implant or something needs to be bumped up or you need to go a little bit longer, if you don't have any extra implants, you're out of luck. So my suggestion would be make sure you get your implant wrap in, or just order extra parts, or do like us and have inventory on hand. We also have inventory of all of the multi-units, all of the other bits and parts and pieces that go along with our implants, and we have extras too. So that would be my advice, and I'm going to make some more videos on the actual surgical procedure and how that goes. But this is just what you need to know to get ready. We have it's Friday, Monday I have a big case. I want to make sure everything is laid out ahead of time so that we have a great experience, the patient has a great experience, and everything goes smooth. So good luck on your next case.